part as the beginning of the respiratory system, the nasal cavity, the pharynx. This part of the pharynx is nasopharynx. Then go down deep, and in front you can see the larynx here. This is the thyroid cartilage of the larynx, and this one is the cricoid cartilage of the larynx behind this over here. You cannot see it from the front, but the thyroid you can see. Then here you can see, identify this tube as trachea. And in the chest you can see the lungs. The left side of the body, left lung. Right side of the body, right lung. But I told you a way to identify if the lung is outside from the body. There is one fissure, 2 lobes, left lung, and 2 fissures, 3 lobes, upper, middle, lower. Here is only upper and lower. This is right lung. The right lung has 2 fissures and 3 lobes, while the left lung has 1 fissure only and 2 lobes. Also, the left lung diaphragm separate the thorax from the abdomen. Okay, diaphragm. If I cut this one, the lungs in coronal section, you can see the inside, the spongy appearance of the lung. These are the bronchioles, light blue color. The dark blue are veins. Red color is the artery. See, from the trachea which is coming down, at the T4 level, it divides into main bronchus. Main primary bronchus. The right side, you have right primary bronchus, and the left side, you have left primary bronchus, which divides into the secondary bronchi. And then tertiary bronchi. Segmental, lobar, lobular bronchi. And at the end, here you see is the respiratory bronchiole, last one. Then, again I repeat, the trachea coming, divide at T4 level into main bronchi, the primary bronchi, that divides into secondary, then tertiary, then lobar, lobular, segmental, terminal. By the end, we reach the small lobar, lobular bronchi, and at the end, here you see is the respiratory bronchiole, last one. Then, again I repeat, the trachea coming, divide at T4 level into main bronchi, the primary bronchi, that divides into secondary, then tertiary, then lobar, lobular, segmental, terminal. By the end, we reach the smallest one, which is respiratory bronchiole. Okay? And these are the sac-like structure that I told you before, also the alveoli representing. It's giving it a sponge-like appearance. This part of the lung, from where the pulmonary artery, bronchial artery, pulmonary veins, and bronchi are entering or coming out. This is called as root of the lung or hilum of the lung. Root or hilum. If I ask you in the exam, what are structure at the hilum of the lung? These are the bronchi, the pulmonary vein, the pulmonary artery, something like that. You should know it, okay? This is the part where the lung is. This is the part where the lung is attached to the inside. Otherwise, all of this is free. Then the lung, you can see the covering. This white color, the upper line, here also you can see the white color. This is the pleura. The pleura reflecting from here. Pleura is bilayered, two layers. One towards the inside and one towards the outside. Between them is pleural cavity having the pleural fluid. Okay? This is also what you know. Behind the trachea, this yellow color tube is esophagus. I have told you before also. Here you can see the esophagus. Below the diaphragm enters into stomach. This is what about the lungs and the parts of the respiratory system in this model. Here is what you see, trachea. These are the tracheal cartilages. Okay, this is the carnea, dividing point of the trachea at T4 level, dividing into left and right bronchus. Right bronchus dividing into secondary bronchi, which immediately develop cartilages. Okay, this is the carnea, dividing point of the trachea at T4 level, dividing into left and right bronchus. Right bronchus dividing into secondary bronchi, which immediately divide into tertiary bronchi. You can see this. In front is the ring with fibroelastic tissue. Behind is this trachealis muscle. Smooth muscle, we call it trachealis. Okay? And the lumen is always open lumen because of the presence of cartilage. Okay? Here, this is a model of larynx. In the larynx, you can see the thyroid cartilage, the epiglottis, the same as I show you the picture. Cricoid cartilage. These are the laryngeal cartilages or the cartilages of the larynx. Below them, the trachea start. If you see it from the back, this is open. This will go into the trachea. So when we eat the food, this close the larynx, the epiglottis, close the larynx, and the food goes behind into the esophagus. When we are talking, here is in the larynx, the voice is produced. Okay, the voice is produced. So this is what is this model of? This is of the larynx. What is this? This is trachea. Name any one cartilage, epiglottis or thyroid, okay, or cricoid. What are the structures? C-shaped ring, 16 to 20, and trachealis muscle. What other thing you can see? This dividing point is called carnea, divided into primary bronchi. What is this? This is left lung because it has one fissure and two lobes. What is this part? This is root of lung or hilum of the lung. Which one is this? This is the right lung because it has two fissures, three lobes. This is pleural membrane. This is trachea dividing into bronchi.
What is pleural?
This, the white color.
Okay.
And the trachea. And we can see the thyroid cartilage here. This is pharynx and the nasal cavity. Okay?
Pharynx, doctor.
This one. Behind the nasal cavity is pharynx. This one.
Okay.
Okay? So this is all about the respiratory system. Do you need any further explanation? One time I say, nobody remembers. And also it's not good to say one time.